And this may be the coldest morning we've had in a very long time.
Hello, winter.
Yeah, it's going to feel different too because the snow's going to make it feel even colder.
I was wrapping up the plants. I ran home.
Yes, you and your plans.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people out there know what I'm talking about.
Putting the blankets over them and making sure they don't freeze.
I think you probably should just leave them wrapped for about 3 mornings at this point. There's really no point in undoing them, as we get tomorrow. Yeah, so we're looking at some snow already starting at the top of the mountains and even some rain. So this is going to be the first thing we have in the city of Tucson. You're starting to see a little bit outside of Sahuarita there south of 3 Points. And if you're closer towards Safford, that was one area we were talking about before, that's already seeing rain and snow in some spots with their temperature dropping. So if you live actually in the city of Safford, your snow chance is still going to be saved mostly for after midnight. Now, some of you might be looking up closer towards Phoenix, seeing all that heavy rain and all that snow. So this is the line we're going to be waiting for that is eventually going to be reaching us. And that's going to be when our rain and snow chances are for our area here. So you do see that rain mostly just over in that area. Tucson really clean at the moment. What I want to do is take a closer look at this line of storms, talk about the rain rate, because that rain's going to be the first thing we see, the first impact moving in. You can see over a full inch of rain an hour as that's moving on through. Now, when it comes to the heights, there's plenty of lightning that has popped up with this system, but none of this is going to turn into severe, because as you can see, about 15, maybe 20,000 feet high. Whenever you look at severe storms, they tend to be closer towards 40 or 50,000 feet. So the wind might be strong and you might be hearing that heavy rain, but none of these are going to become severe thunderstorms in southern Arizona. So as that system passes us by, the winds will thankfully die on down. And by early tomorrow morning, that's going to be the time we're only looking at wind gusts at 20 miles per hour as opposed to 40, which is what we're dealing with at the moment. And at the same time, those early morning hours are the times we're tracking that we are likely going to have some snow moving into the area. So it does seem like it could happen as early as, say, 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm still leaning around in between 4 and 7 for our best chances in the city of Tucson to see snow because we need a bit more time for that temperature to actually drop down. But once we're past about 7 or so, all that front's going to be through the city and we'll be all done throughout the entire day on Wednesday with lots of sunshine headed our direction. Now, when it comes to how much snow we're expecting, it is starting to vary, but models are starting to push that snow further and further over towards the west, which is good news for Tucson. And I do think that if you have snow in the city itself, about 1/4 of an inch is going to be what you're expecting with that actually sitting on the ground. So that's going to be a nice little change. Cochise County and Santa Cruz County, I think in between 1 and 2 inches, and the mountains, maybe 1.5 feet of snow could be possible in that spot. So once we're done with that snow, a high of 49 for tomorrow. You see 25 for that night afterwards. That's going to be the coldest night we've had in quite a while, a high of 56 on Thursday. And if you want those warmer temperatures, back up to about 73 by the weekend, and we're going to have another chance of rain for Sunday and Monday, but we're not really looking at any chance of snow with that one, Monica.
All right, folks, we've been warned. Bundle up tomorrow. Thank you for that, Daniel. Well, there's a new push in Arizona to ban cat declawing. Animal rights